Have you ever seen the movie Ocean's 8? The movie is about someone who gets out of jail and commits a heist. Many people commit heists like they do in Ocean's 8. I decided to do research on how people will commit crimes like the one in Ocean's 8 and many other crime movies. The question I'll be answering for you all today is, what are the techniques used by detectives and how have they evolved over time? So, what does a detective really do? First off, no matter what the case is, they follow the same steps to solve a crime. When a detective first arrives at the crime scene, they do a walkthrough to get a rough idea of what happened. Then detectives begin to look for evidence such as markings, hair, bloodstains, fibers, and footprints. After all the evidence is collected, they begin to interview witnesses or suspects. Detectives preserve every piece of evidence they find so it won't get touched by any other substances. Evidence can't get touched by any outside substances because detectives want to find DNA or fingerprinting on that evidence. This practice of preserving the material and studying it very closely is called forensics. Forensics are involved with advanced technology. Technology, such as the iPhone, has been improved over the years. Something you can have on your phone is social media. Social media is so frequently used that it can make a detective's work that much easier. Let's say on Facebook or the old Instagram, one can easily find personal information such as a license plate. Anything recorded or sent like texting, voice chat, or posts must be saved for at least 1 year. If a detective sees a fingerprint and they want to pick it up, they sprinkle it with a special powder and pick it up with a tape. So, is it easier or harder to convict a criminal now or in the past? Well, there are some of the same procedures now and in the past, like the autopsy. An autopsy is when someone is killed and they look in and around the body to find skin or fibers. The very first recorded autopsy was performed on Julius Caesar in 44 BC. This is kind of gross, but he got stabbed 23 times and only one killed him. So, back to what I was going to say. Edmond Locard from France created the very first forensics lab in 1910. Have you ever seen those massive microscopes? The real name for that is the compound microscope. The compound microscope was invented by Zacharias Janssen in 1590. The microscope used to be something small and portable like this, but now it's big and has a bunch of different lenses. Let's think about fingerprinting again. Fingerprinting used to be you stick your finger in a piece of ink and some ink and you roll it on a paper. But now you scan it on that machine and it pops up right onto that computer. After all of this, you might be thinking, okay, we know what a detective does, we know what they use, but we know how far some of the equipment has come. But what's the process when it comes to convict someone? The answer to that is going to court. Court is pretty much the government's opportunity to convict someone. But for them to do that, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt. This means that the juries can't have the slightest bit of doubt that he or she did not do it. Detectives gather their evidence and give it to the juries to help them make up their minds. All in all, a detective's role is to collect evidence and give it to the government. If you're still interested and want to learn more, please visit my blog. Thank you.